Everyone in? Hello one and all, and welcome to Seen Through Glass. Welcome to a very ill, Ebola-ridden Seen Through Glass.
That sounded so low.
I literally, I came back from Cape Town with every disease you could possibly capture.
Dear, would you be so kind as to hold my hot chocolate?
Oh, well, you've got it in a cup and saucer.
I just need to put my seatbelt on. Safety first,
Wow.
hot chocolate second.
Quintessentially
You better
British.
drive gently.
Yes.
If this goes, sip it.
Well, you know what? This is quite a good test
weird.
for the new Bentayga V8 that we're in to see how stable and smooth that it is.
I'm going to jump in with
Different
some
fan
nerdy details.
Please,
The
please.
suspension system in this car is
amazing.
brilliant.
Okay.
We have been absolutely loving it today.
Well,
you need
that's-
to put it in comfort mode, and the ride is just flat as you
Comfort.
like. It's
but
crazy.
super smooth. I think you notice it most when you go from sport to
back to comfort.
Back to comfort.
Is like you transition to a magic carpet.
Well, do you not feel like in comfort mode as well, it's very quiet? It's a very pleasant place to be.
Somewhat
James just said it's like a magic carpet. Have you been on a magic carpet?
several times.
Ah, that's interesting.
With his teacup and saucer.
As you can see, there are 4 of us here, very kindly all invited by Bentley to come check out this new version of the Bentayga. Because I'm so ill, I'm really unable to do a solo video. In fact, this is the last amount of vocal cords that I have that I'm using right now. So I've enlisted the help of the 3 other people who are here making videos on this car. So let's kick things off. Who in this car has driven a Bentayga before?
So
Raise your hands.
up until today, I hadn't been in one.
Okay.
I feel so late to the party.
Okay, fine. You are very late to the party.
Yeah.
And I think we can be realistic that this car is particularly aimed at really only 2 people in this car.
Who?
Those 2. Because the day that you and I buy Bentaygas, the world is upside down.
That's true.
I think
What are you
realistically.
trying to suggest? That we're old?
No, that you're rich. That's where I was
But
going
I also
with it.
think that this Bentayga with the V8 is aimed at someone that might look like all of us, like the younger generation,
Absolutely.
you know? Like with
sure.
tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
The intention of having the new V8, the twin turbo V8, is to make it a sportier car, to have some design touches, the carbon around the interior. Paul, you must be a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Massive fan.
Glossy carbon
Gloss
is nice.
carbon.
So this specific car
Yes, please, because this is the car that you
this
two
is
have
the
been
car that I've
driving
been
around
driving.
about and placing
has
deposits on.
a base price, standard car,
Yeah.
£136,000.
Which is...
Option price of this car,
Yep.
£222,594.
I mean, that's
It's nearly £100,000.
£100,000 in options.
That's why I needed
It's
some help
60%
today.
of the car's value. Again, in
60%.
on spec.
optional extras.
And
But when you look
spoke-
around the car,
Yeah.
what I look, I kind of take for granted as if it should be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's very nice.
It's
very
stunning.
nice.
has anyone seen a Povo spec Bentayga? Like what?
red one you
What
drove
in
earlier.
here? That was only £207,000. The car that Paul and I spent the day.
I spoke to a Bentley representative about the amount of options and the cost of the option. They said, yeah, but that's normal for a Bentley customer. We want you to drive a car that would normally roll off the production line and end up in a customer's hand.
However, 50% of Bentayga owners are first-time Bentley customers, so they don't know what it's like to spec a Bentley.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just being...
Tally report. But that's what I find fascinating is that they are such highly expensive vehicles that who is buying them, except for Tim and James.
Well, 10,000
Oh,
other people apparently.
Oh! Not only am I ill, I'm a psycho.
Apparently 10,000 other people have bought these.
10,000.
10,000 units in a Bentayga.
It's double their previous production run. The
Across
company,
their entire
they put a
range.
huge investment
Pretty nuts.
into the company, the development of this car.
800 million.
Indeed,
No less.
£800 million. But
They've made that back in options.
On this car alone.
You've got this tablet in the back. Just press the button and this popped itself out. There's a
Well, you've
tablet.
got iPads back there.
Yeah, we've got the
I have
these
them.
tablets.
Actually are
Wait, they can
removable.
So
Can I
these
have
are
one?
fantastic.
There you go. You can have a
There
tablet.
you go.
So basically, this is a full legit iPad and more. Now, what we worked out earlier is that the average iPad costs around
Like
£600.
£600.
These iPads cost 6,000. But you know what? I think it's a nice thing to have in the car.
If you want your kids in the back to be well entertained.
There you go. Shall we move away from the price point?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I go the other way actually? Give a positive about this.
Yeah, okay, please. Because that's
The
what I mean.
interior with the diamond quilting on the rear seats, this orange cross stitch that you have around the car, the electronicery with the air conditioning tablet in the middle.
Is that word? We're all
Copyrighted by
making
Schmidt. Yeah.
In the front, the air conditioning controls, those little screens, just but finished with nice metal bezels and all the trims and stuff. It's really nice.
Yes. Okay. So
really
this is my point. Is that yes, the price of some of the options is ludicrous, and the total price of the car I think is.
But you see
huge.
the value.
But I personally genuinely see the value. So if you guys too, I know that I'm not just someone who likes expensive things in life.
We all do.
We all
Absolutely.
do, and it feels like a special place to be. Where if you look at its competitors, which are quite hard to find, but perhaps a G-Wagon or a big Range Rover Vogue or something like that, I don't think they feel so special to be in.
So we were talking in our video earlier that we were filming. I got to film in the Lamborghini Urus.
Ah, yes.
Last month. And interestingly, they're on the same platform. So the VAG Group platform that this sits on, the Panamera, the Q7, and this KN, is called the MLB platform. And when I jumped in the Urus, it felt very Audi.
Okay.
Now this is basically the same platform, but because the Bentley crew are so specialised in-house in like basically interior trims, like when you go there, their leather work and their woodwork and just the hand craftsmanship that they've got is incredible. And that's something that other brands don't seem to have. So despite the fact that all of the interface could be similar, I think Bentley have been able to take it that step further because they do everything in-house. And so for me, this is one of the only cars that feels like its own brand.
A bespoke, unique car. Now, we're giggling in the front because I'm about to pull a highly illegal manoeuvre because I've got lost.
We've got such a small time frame to film this video that I've just been seeing Sam trying to navigate his way back to the hotel. And I think he's done 4 U-turns on motorways.
I was listening to what you said, James, I promise. But you're right, it feels bespoke and luxury, and therefore I start to forget about the price, because I think if you're spending this much money, these are the kind of things that you want in a car.
And also what you'd expect from a Bentley. Like, it does feel like a Bentley. It's very
Bentley,
intuitive.
Very Bentley.
It looks Bentley.
It looks Bentley.
Exactly.
Even though it's
God damn it, it smells Bentley.
Has anyone tasted it? But my thing is, let's face it, the Bentayga is not new. So we know a lot of these things about from the W12 and even the diesel Bentayga. How has everyone found the V8? Because this is really my first time driving.
Love it.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
So I don't have anything to compare it to. This is my first Bentayga experience, and I think it's fantastic.
Compare it to your Speciale thing. That's got a V8.
Basically the same thing. Tim?
The thing is, it's still got 550 horsepower, 717 Newton meters, which you get from 2,000 RPM.
Which I think is awesome.
Because there's still a teacup.
I was going to say, how much?
I finished.
You finished? Okay, you finished.
But in a
Sport mode.
There's also a bend.
It is a powerhouse.
So that's the thing. There's 4 of us, and we are shifting like no tomorrow.
Yes, it really gets going, and they've designed a bit of character into the exhaust note, so you get a bit of comfort.
I think it's great.
It sounds incredible.
You hear a lot more of it back here.
Yeah, you do.
That's because it's really far away from the driver's seat. This thing is huge, but I quite like that because the W12, as powerful as that is, doesn't have a lot of soul in terms of noise. I personally didn't think. It just feels a little bit more.
You haven't been driving the W12 hard enough.
Maybe that's very possible.
I can tell you down the autobahn on it. That thing
sounds mad.
Sounds good, and when you lift off, you get this like gunshot firecracker kind of.
Oh, you do. You get the pops and the bangs.
Oh, really?
And the first time that I put it in sport mode and lifted off, I was like, "Where's the firework display?" Like, I had no idea it was coming from the car because it was so far away, being all the way back there in the exhaust.
And then go to IKEA and drive home with pieces of flat pack sticking out of the boot with the boot slightly open. Tied down, and I can tell you, it
sounds good. It's a very niche and bespoke test there, Tim, but I like the insight. The question is therefore, so at £30,000 cheaper, which I do think is substantially quite a big price difference, isn't it? I think £30,000.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. Do you think this is going to be a more popular car than the W12?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I think it's.
I think it's a better suited engine.
Yeah, I do.
It
Seems
it's-
more. The character of the engine, despite the fact I haven't been able to compare it, suits this car incredibly well.
Incredibly well.
Gives it a more
Very
muscular
torquey.
feel.
Yeah, it's cool.
But it doesn't dramatically. You don't feel like any of the experience is detracted. It still drives in the Bentley way.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't have massive dynamic gains from weight saving. It's not all that much lighter, but
No, it's a slightly different weight distribution, I think they were saying.
Yeah.
So the characteristics feel different when you're driving it. But you lot have taken this car onto the snow or the ice. How did it perform there? Was it fun?
Actually,
Was it
only Paul.
impressive? Cool.
This is my
I was setting
section
up
of the
GoPros. But Paul, how was it on snow and ice?
It was very capable. I was amazed at how easy it shifted its weight around. It was a bit of a beast to manhandle to begin with, but the grip that the thing had and the way that all of these different modes affect the car when you're on off-road terrain rather than tarmac, it was phenomenal. I couldn't believe what it was capable of doing, but the amount of power that you're able to have, you could get it sideways so easily, and that was when I had a massive smile on my face.
the four-wheel drift.
Yeah, exactly.
The four-wheel drift
Classic
is-
Paul Wallace.
Yeah, it was epic.
So we are fundamentally fans of the V8 Bentayga. That's where it's coming
Yeah,
down
I
love
to,
it.
right?
Yeah. I think
You
it's
love it.
fantastic. I
Oh
love
my
it. I
God,
love
we're
it.
going in.
Oh, that's it. He's buying one.
He's buying one.
I'd-
Classic, isn't it?
The last time you
Classic.
said this on your channel, Sam, the whole internet was spamming me for 12 months.
Oh, the Carrera GT.
Yeah, I go buy a Carrera GT.
I think it would be cool though.
Yeah, so would I.
For you to buy for you to buy a Bentayga, and then we can all go on a road trip. Just we'll be in passenger seats with
No,
no
no, no.
entertainment.
I feel
James can
very-
carry our luggage. And we can drive our
I
cars.
feel very, very comfortable back here. I've got more than enough
It's
space.
mega.
I've got the heated
It really
seat
is
on.
great.
I had the massage seats on earlier,
Where's the massage?
and we haven't talked about the sound system, which is ridiculous in this
Yeah.
car. The name sound system.
We had a brief
Yeah.
party.
Oh, we
earlier.
When you
rocked
play
out.
around with the treble on
cool,
the bass
man.
and the
Yeah.
sub, it's like you're in a nightclub.
What? I forgot what I was going to say. That's really confusing.
Don't worry, that's fine because it feels like the perfect time to finish things off actually because we're back at the hotel.
It's going to be profound.
I'm so glad that everyone has helped me put together a video because my voice really is starting to fade now. If you want a more detailed, in-depth review of
Don't
this
watch
car,
my channel.
don't watch Paul's video, but watch Tim or James's.
If you want to see someone screaming as they go sideways on the ice, then watch my video.
We are incredibly grateful for Bentley to inviting us out here. It's always good fun, isn't it, to come out and test out these new cars in
It's been
beautiful places like
incredible.
Austria. Hopefully you've enjoyed the various videos, this different insight, I suppose. Us all, we didn't even argue, we all agreed that we think this car's wicked, so
Yeah.
a strong consensus there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure you subscribe for plenty more videos to come. I'm going to go die now.
Cheers.
Do you want me to say anything else? Like,
No, please just.